Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and it is Saturday, so I am back with another slasher review as part of the HORRORmans Slashback Slasher Challenge series. And this week's theme all centers around the word blood. So Joe wanted us to review a slasher film that had the word blood somewhere in the title. I own quite a few of those that could have fitted into this week's criteria. However, I've gone with kind of an obvious one because I was in the mood to rewatch it. So I'm going to be reviewing and talking about Bloody Birthday. Now, Bloody Birthday centers around three young children, Debbie, Curtis, and Stephen. They're all born on a solar eclipse and it's affected all three of them. They basically have no emotion and they turn into killer kids. So the beginning of the movie sees them being born. Well, it doesn't show them being born, but it shows the solar eclipse. And then the majority of the movie skips forward 10 years on their 10th birthday. So most of the movie is centered around that time. And that is when they basically turn into killers. No one's safe, not even their parents, and pretty much everyone that comes in their way and lives in their neighborhood is a potential victim. So that is essentially the story for this one. Now we'll get on to my thoughts on Bloody Birthday. So it had been quite a while since I'd seen that, and I remembered the movie and I enjoyed it, and upon rewatching it my opinions really haven't changed. I still enjoy this one quite a bit. It's not one of my absolute favourites, but for a killer kid slasher flick that is super cheesy, this one is pretty good. Now the kids, there's three killers essentially in this movie. We have Curtis, who is essentially the ringleader of the three of them, and he is probably the most creepy. He is a little bastard. He is a little shit, and he's definitely, in my opinion, probably the best acted out of the three. Then we have Debbie, who is the second main character. She's really, really good. She comes across as a little princess, but that's not the case whatsoever. And then we have Stephen, who's the third one. He probably has the least amount of screen time, especially in terms of the kills, but he's still part of this trio of killer kids. And then we have a bunch of other characters, mainly Debbie's family, and then a couple of other people from the neighborhood, Joyce and Timmy. So they're essentially the main characters. For this type of movie, I thought the acting was pretty decent. As I said, Curtis was definitely the main star out of the three children. He did an absolutely phenomenal job. So did Debbie, and for the screen time that Stephen got, he did a pretty good job as well. But I was super impressed with Timmy's character. He was another young kid from the neighborhood. He was really, really good. Essentially, he reminded me of the Tommy character from the original Halloween. There was a lot of similarities to his character in that, which I really, really liked. Joyce, Timmy's older sister, who was again one of the major actors or actresses, she was really, really good as well. And the rest of the cast were pretty decent. So all in all, the acting for the type of movie that it was pretty good. The kills, they're not super gory. However, most of them are on screen, and some of them are pretty nasty. There's one involving a bow and arrow, which is particularly pretty graphic and brutal. And there's another one involving a baseball bat, which is pretty nasty as well. So the kills are decent. It's not overly gory, but I definitely think that the style of kills suited the movie really, really well. I didn't have a problem that this one wasn't overly gory. As I said, the kills definitely suited the type of film that it was. The kills were well spread out throughout the course of the film, which was good, and all the kills were different, which you guys know by now. I'm a big fan of variety. So a big tick there. And the body count was pretty high as well. So yeah, I liked the kills. I really liked the setting. And again, the neighborhood that this movie was set in definitely, again, kind of reminded me of that Halloween setting in Haddonfield. So I really, really liked that. I really liked the ending. Again, it was kind of another nod to the end of Halloween when Laurie was doing the babysitting. So that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, all in all, this is a good movie. It's really, really cheesy, so keep that in mind. But if you are a fan of cheesy killer kid slasher type movies, or just cheesy 80s slashers in general, and you've never checked out Bloody Birthday, definitely check it out. Now, this is the copy from 88 Films. This is the Blu-ray from 88 Films, and I quickly wanted to mention that this is a pretty mediocre to bad release. The picture quality is decent, but nothing amazing, but the audio is terrible. It's really, really tinny and muddy, and yeah, just very, very bad audio. So overall, this isn't a good release. Now, if anyone out there owns the Arrow Blu-ray that recently came out, I think it came out sometime last year, late last year, I think. And if you recommend that, let me know, because I definitely, if the Arrow video is really, really good, I'd definitely like to upgrade, because as I said, this release is pretty mediocre. But anyway, that's been my review for Bloody Birthday. If you've seen this film, let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. And if you haven't and you like the sound of it, definitely check it out. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Until next week when I'll be back with another slasher review, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you for watching.